And we could probably keep an eye on the comments too on Facebook.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mindful Monday Mornings Meditations. Mindful Monday Morning Meditations. I'll get that all out in one go one of these days with Lauren Pichardo. Lauren, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me on Becoming Untethered. I'm very grateful and very happy to be here.
Awesome. Yes. Well, we are really grateful to host the Subconscious Muse. So why don't you tell us a bit more about yourself before we get going? I know that we kind of repeat this every week, but I think it's important for people to, because there's some stuff beforehand that they need to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, by the way, this is streaming live on Facebook, which is awesome. We got there. So, if
We
you're watching,
figured it out.
we're so happy you're here joining us. If you're not,
Very.
that's cool. You can always watch us in your own time. I'm just currently sharing it so people can see it. I am a performance coach for entrepreneurs and leaders. And I have a huge passion, and ultimately, it's my purpose at this point in my life to help others get past any of their perceived limitations or fears or any kind of patterns that are limiting their lives, either in their relationships or their businesses or in just the lives around them. And I love helping leaders because leaders are so driven towards making a difference and truly standing in that energy and really wanting to impact the world around them in a powerful way. And I love supporting people who truly are spreading those ripples out, especially right now during such a chaotic time in history.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's what we're doing. I love that's your mission. That's my mission. That's our mission. So I'm grateful to have you here. I'm grateful to have you forwarding this mission and helping people help people.
I love it. And yes, so let's dive in, shall we?
Let's do that.
So this is the third week, right?
Third
The
week. Yep.
first week we were diving into the moment. Second was really becoming a witness to consciousness and becoming hyper aware of what that is. This week, we're going to focus in on the science of mindfulness. And I'm a nerd, so enjoy the nerdiness today. We're going to jump into all the little intricate details during our meditation of what mindfulness is. If you are watching this live, thank you so much for being here, number one. We appreciate your presence and your energy and your heart, and truly hope you get a lot out of this. Make sure if you are going to tag along during the meditation that you're doing it in an area where you won't be poked or prodded or any kind of chaos is going on around you, so that you can truly relax into the meditation and enjoy it and get the most out of it. If you are driving or operating some kind of vehicle or doing anything that is, not really productive to close your eyes while you are doing, potentially walking across the street in rush hour traffic. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Please do not close your eyes and please do not fully engage in this meditation. Be mindful of your circumstances and pay attention to what's going on around you if necessary. Also, we are now able to track your comments, which is awesome, and I'm very happy for that. If you could sustain your comments or hold off your comments for the tail end of our session, that would be ideal, just to be safe. Some people have their notification noises on. Maybe they forgot to turn it off. And if you're typing in while we're doing the meditation, it may interrupt. So let's be thoughtful. Let's be mindful of everyone's experience this morning, and let's have a wonderful meditation. So, all right. Today's meditation is truly designed to enrich your understanding of mindfulness through neuroscience. I want you to go ahead and find a quiet space for you to sit comfortably. You can even lay down, whatever's most appropriate for you, without interruption. Go ahead and close your eyes and allow your body to relax as you begin focusing on your breath. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs completely, and exhale slowly, letting go of any tension you may feel. As you settle into this moment, notice the rhythm of your breath. This simple act is your first step towards mindfulness. Continue your deep breaths in and your slow exhales out. Mindfulness involves paying deliberate, non-judgmental attention to experiences that are occurring in the present moment. When we practice mindfulness, we observe our thoughts and feelings from a distance without labeling them as good or bad. From a neuroscience perspective, engaging in mindfulness affects the brain in several profound ways. Research using MRI scans has shown that mindfulness meditation can decrease the neural activity in the amygdala, which is the part of the brain responsible for processing stress, fear, and any kind of emotional reactions. This decrease correlates with reductions in stress levels reported by individuals who practice mindfulness regularly. Furthermore, mindfulness has been associated with increased density in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain involved in advanced functions like planning, decision-making, and regulating emotions. This suggests that regular mindfulness practices can enhance your ability to manage your emotions and make more thoughtful decisions. Now let's deepen our focus on the breath now. Inhale slowly and deeply, feeling your chest and abdomen expand. Exhale gently and notice the sensations of the air passing back out through your nose or mouth. Each breath brings you into the present. Each breath strengthens your neural pathways and enhances your capacity for mindfulness. Additionally, these mindfulness meditations will strengthen the connections between the prefrontal cortex and other brain regions. This improved connectivity enhances overall brain function and resilience. Practicing this mindfulness can also lead to changes in the anterior cingulate cortex, which is associated with attributes such as self-regulation and flexibility in thinking, allowing us to better cope with unexpected stress or challenges. As we continue, simply allow yourself to experience each breath without effort or judgment. And if your mind wanders, gently acknowledge this without criticism and bring your attention back to your breathing. This practice of allowing yourself to experience each breath and returning to the breath is a core exercise in strengthening your mindfulness. Let's take a few moments to just breathe. And allow each breath without any worries or judgment. And bring your attention back to your breathing if it wanders. Now, as we approach the end of this meditation, I want you to go ahead and bring your awareness back to the room around you. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining us today. Remember that each moment of awareness is going to strengthen the pathways in your brain that will contribute to the well-being and balanced emotional health that you desire. And I hope that this clarity and peace and calmness follows you throughout the week so that you can make mindful decisions in everything that you do.
Lauren, thank you so much. It's always so relaxing to do this first thing on Monday morning. That was wonderful. Thank you.
My absolute pleasure. I'm so happy to hear that.
Um, I think it's really, I mean, I'm just as much of a nerd, so I was very excited to listen to what you had to say about the mindfulness, science of mindfulness. And I think it's just wonderful. To know that there's actual physical, like some people are kind of like, oh, it's woo woo to do this, and like they don't give it the credit it deserves, you know what I mean? They don't really, well, I can't see it, but actually if you check it out, science tells you that this is so good for you in so many different ways. And I think talking about emotional regulation and making better decisions are two really big things. Really big things. And it's just amazing that it increases the density of your brain, of your, it's just wow, wow.
It's very, very powerful. And I'll tell you firsthand, as somebody who I used to be very highly reactive. I used to not have the ability to control my emotional responses, especially after some trauma that I experienced.
Hmm.
Meditation and having really a holistic evaluation of my life and balancing that out and having healthier relationships, eating healthier, cutting back on things like alcohol and sugar,
Hmm.
and holistically really just taking care of myself, pouring into my cup first before I really wanted to go out into the world. Life changing. But meditation more than anything, man. Meditation and yoga were the first two things that really proved to me, like, wow, we are ever evolving beings and we get to choose our destiny. So
That's so key, is that we get to choose, and I just want to remind people out there, because it does sometimes seem like we don't. You do forget sometimes. I mean, I know I say this kind of often on the show, but like I didn't know for my whole life that I had a choice on how to react to my
yeah.
thoughts, my feelings. I was just like, I don't even, like, I didn't even know how to, but I just, like, whatever came out was like, this is all the only thing I can do. But no, that's not true. And meditation helps us slow down and relax and be able to take that time and that space to observe ourselves so that we can make better decisions and we can make different choices.
Precisely. Beautifully said. So, very happy to share this with whoever's wanting to grow and listen and just truly know, even if you're having moments where you're like, oh man, today it's really hard for me to clear my head. I guarantee you, sometimes it's just different elements are getting in the way. And once you get really clear on those things too, that could even help with your mind calming down too. So I just want to throw that holistic piece out there to help those who are, let's do two hands, who are watching. So
Yes, I agree. I agree. And, you know, at the same time, don't let yourself become overwhelmed at the idea of all this change, you know what I mean, depending on where you are in your journey. Um, you know, just to take one thing at a time right now, meditation is the big one, I think, to incorporate into your life. Yeah.
well said.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to check and see if we have any comments or questions. We are live and I don't see any, which is fine, but I hope that as we continue to do this, when we get more people kind of tuning in and excited about this, and they have questions that, you know, we're here. Lauren will answer any question that you want. Well, you know, within reason.
I don't know the winning lottery ticket numbers.
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
right? That would be
I'm
great. That would be
sorry.
great.
I'm working on it. All right. We'll get there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. As always, this has been fantastic. And everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. Whether it's now live or later on, whenever is good for you. I want to start doing this the weekly meditation, like take this and do it every day in the morning. I'm gonna see how that goes. If I'm just saying I'm going to try. I'm not gonna like commit
Okay.
to it, but let's see how it goes.
And even this is good for everyone, right? Even if you're just sitting in silence, for a bit of time, that too is a practice in its own, and just allowing yourself to pause.
Yes, and take a deep breath. Recognize the breath.
Yeah.
Not be everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. And just focus on your breathing. Also, in moments of chaos, that really helps too. So,
Yes. Yes, it slows the heart rate down. I had a roommate who used to get very stressed out and I couldn't get her to breathe. I'm just like, just breathe. And she just wouldn't do it. I'm like, oh my God. But then like months and months later, she's like, I tried breathing. I'm like, oh, how was it? And she's like, it really did calm me down. I was like, yeah, a breath will do that. It's a thing.
yeah,
So
jump
it
into the
really,
time of that next time, maybe. That's
yes, yeah,
good for sure.
that was fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much again, Lauren, and I thank all of you for being there. And I'm just going to remind you all that you can always choose to have a grateful day.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all have fun. Enjoy your weeks. You get to choose the energy you bring to every moment. So why not choose mindfulness?
Exactly.